Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to Shito's Mathematics Coaching Program. At the end of this video, I want every one of you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure you click on the bell right beside the subscription button so that anytime I drop my video, you'll be able to get the notifications. So now today, we are going to look at another topic of mathematics, a very famous one. So that is logarithm of numbers. Logarithm of numbers. Before we can solve any problem here, so I will quickly try to introduce and to tell us what really logarithm of number means. So now, as we can see on the board, we have the definition on the board. So we said logarithm of number n is the power n to which a base a is raised to give the number, is raised to give the number. Sorry for that. That is, let me read it again. That is, logarithm of number n is the power n to which a base a is raised to give the number. Understand? Definitely, we have what? We have two relationships there. So the two relationships that we have there is the index form and what? We have the relationship between the index form and logarithm form. That is the difference between indices and what? And logarithm here. So therefore, what this thing is trying to say that if we start or we move from what? We start from index form. Let's say we have a to power n equals to what? Equals to capital N. That is, n is representing any form of number, any kind of number. Then n also is what is representing an integer, that is positive integer, positive and negative, let me tell you, an integer. While this n is what is representing, is also representing positive integers and negative integers, that is integer set of integers, while a is only strictly positive integer because we cannot have negative base. So now, aside minus negative integers, so the positive integers a can take the form, as in a can be any positive integers. That's what I'm trying to say. So now here, so if you have this one is index form. We have this is in the index form. So now from index form, so we now move to logarithm form. So from this definition, they said logarithm of number n. So if you now want to know the logarithm of this n, because we already have a to power n equals to this. Let's say we have this in index form. So now you want to bring out your definition from this relationship, from this relationship says, what are you going to do? You are going to look at this definition, and from the definition you should know what to do. So logarithm of number n is the power n to which a base a is raised to give the number. So now you want to know that is logarithm of this number is equal to the power. We have the power n. What is the power n? We have what? We have power n is equal to the power n. And you know this is the form. So our base will always be here. So we have base a here. So that's the relationship between what? Between this one is logarithmic form. This is logarithmic form. So I don't know whether you are getting what I'm saying. So now that's the relationship between this and this. So now as time goes on, maybe in my next video, so we try to look at simple equations that involve changing from one form to another, that is maybe changing from index form to logarithmic form, or from logarithmic form to what's to index form, because they have relationship between the two. So now let's look at law of what? Law of logarithm. Law of what? Of logarithm. law of logarithm, the first one, we have what we call addition, that is addition law. So addition law states that if you have log of a number, that is, let me say log of x, you have log of x base a plus log of y base a will be equals to log of x y base what? Base a. Therefore, what this law is trying to say is that when you have log of x or log of numbers with the same base, understand? As in log of numbers being added with the same base, definitely it will be written in the what? Log of what? X multiplied by y. That which means this addition will turn to what? Return to multiplication. So we have log xy. Log xy. So that is that about what? About addition law of logarithm. So we have subtraction law of logarithm. The subtraction law of logarithm is when you have log x base a minus log y base a. That is, when you have log of numbers being subtracted, so we have what? We have this, that is log x over y base what? Base a. So that's what we are going to have. So at the same time, we have what? We have power law. That is, you have a number, so power law. That is, when you have log x raised by n base a. This will be automatically, the power will come and multiply the whole of what? Of log. That is, therefore the n will come like this, then multiply by the all of this logarithm. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now we have what we call identity. Identity what? Identity law. This identity law is when you have what? When you have log of what? When you have log of a. Can you see? That is, you have log of a number. When the log of the number is what? Is the same thing with its base. That is, you have equal number and what? And the base, that is a. You can see you have log of a with what? With base a. You can see the number and the base are the same thing. So therefore, this will be automatically 1. This will be automatically 1. That is they are just numbers. Understand? They are just integers. That is, any number that can take this form. If you have log 3 base 3, it will be 1. If you have log 10 base 10, it will be 1. Understand? If you have log 100 base 100, so we have what? We have 1. You can see, that is what? That is identity. This one is identity. So, and we have the 5th one, we have what? We have unit law. Unit law. This unit law is where you have log of 1 towards 2 base what? With respect to base 1, base a. So we have what? We have 0. Therefore, if you have log 1 base 1 million, so we are going to have what? We are going to have 0, which means log of 1 is what? Is 0. So these are the what? These are the 5, basic laws of what? Of logarithm that we have. So, by the way, so I like us to make attempts to make attempts to do 1 or 2 or 3 examples. So here, so we are going to look at this problem, then we solve together. So this problem, then we solve together. So now, from here, the question says simplify. The question says we should simplify a log 3 base 3 plus log 9 base 3. So that's the first question that is questioned here. So now if you look at this one, the basic understanding about this law about these laws are very, very important. Yes, they are very, very important because you need to know them. You need to know them very well. Because if you don't know them, and as in you study them very well, because those are the things, the knowledge you acquire from this will be telling you what to do whenever you are given any example or any problems to solve. So now like this one now, so if you really understand this very well, definitely you can do this one in many ways. So now from here now, so if you want to look at this solution, you can see that we have this expression. So we have log of 3 base 3 plus log of 9 base 3. You can see that the two terms as well. The two terms have the same base. Yes, they have the same base. So now you have addition here. Definitely we can use what? We can use this addition log. So from there we have what? From there we have log of 3 to base with respect to base 3 multiply by log of 3 multiply by 9. Multiply by 9. Can you get that? Multiply by 9. So we have what? We have log of 3 times 9, we have 27 to base 3. So from there, you can now write this. That is 27 in what? You can write 27 in, that is 3 to power 3. Yes, to power 3. So now from here you can see we have our power law here. That is the power we come and multiply everything of 3 base 3. And if you look at this one, you can see that 3 log 3 to base 3, this is what? This takes the form of identity log. That is log 3 with respect to what? Base 3. Therefore, all of these return to 1. We have 3 times 1. Therefore, our result will be 3. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are you following me? So that is that about that. So now we are going to look at another question. That is, the service will simplify log root 5 divided by log 25. So if you want to solve or you want to write this one further before you can apply any of this law, so how are you going to do? So you can write this numerator as log 5 raised to power half. If you go back to law of indices, you can see that this. So we are given this to solve. So the numerator can be expressed as this. That is, root 5 will be written as 5 to power 1 over 2. So we come down, so we write 25 also as 5 to power 2. Are you getting it? So 5 to power 2. So now from here, so don't be surprised that we don't have our base there. Our base is not specified, that is, it's not written. You can't see which one. You may be asking yourself which one is the base now, because from the from the laws that I gave, I write I wrote base all through. But here now, so there's nothing like base. You don't be confused about that. So if you don't see any base, it means naturally, that is natural log, that is log with respect to base 10. Therefore they are in base 10. That's why it is not. So at times you can write your 10 there. If you like, you can write. If you like, you don't see it. You will not see it there. So now from here you can write. So this is what with log with base 10. Yes. So now from here, so go to this law, this power law. You can see half is what? Half is the power here. You come here, you have half, that is 1 over 2 log 5 divided by 2. You apply that power law to the denominator also. So you have 2 log 5. Yes, you can see we have tried to break this fraction into simplest form. So to break this fraction into simplest form, you can see log 5, we cancel log 5. So we have 1 over 2 divided, that is this division, over what? Over 2, which is equal to 1 over 2 multiplied by, we try to write this one in form of fraction also, so we have 1 over 2. Therefore, so what will be your answer here? We have 1 over 4. Therefore, the result, when we evaluated this, and the result at what? At 1 over 4. So that is how it is. So this will be the end of today's lecture. So I hope you've been following the way and the steps you can follow to get the necessary result and the accurate result. So now this is how you do. And do not forget, if you have any questions to ask, do not forget to hit on that comment box and ask any question of your life. And I promise I give you the best answer to your question. So do not forget to subscribe and share this video to people to see the simplicity in mathematics. So, and also do not forget to hit on the subscribe button and that bell right beside it, so that anytime I drop my videos, so you see the notifications. So I greet you once again. You have a nice time. So we shall meet next time.